In this video, we are going to discuss about electronegativity and its effect in organic chemistry. First, let us see what is electronegativity. It is very simple. In order to explain that, I go for a carbon-carbon bond. This bond, it is covalent bond. It has two electrons. One electron is given by carbon, this carbon, another one is given by another carbon. But these two bond pair electron are shared by both atoms. So the two electrons which are in the bond are shared by both carbon atom. So when you go for electron count, I consider these two electrons, not only one. Even though only one was given by carbon, I consider this also. The same way, when I go for this carbon, I consider this as 2. Now, these two electrons in the bond pair will be in the middle of these two carbons. I go for another bond, CCl. We have two electrons in the bond. It is covalent bond. One electron is from carbon and another electron is from chlorine. Now the question is, will the electron lie in the middle between carbon and chlorine? No. It is polarized like this. It is far away from carbon, close to chlorine. Chlorine tries to pull the electron towards it. So that property is known as electronegativity. So basically, it is a tendency to attract the electron in the bond towards them. So this chlorine atom, it has more electronegativity compared to carbon and it tries to pull the electron towards it. If you go for a period, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, then we have halogen fluorine. It increases from carbon to fluorine. The next one we generally don't consider helium, neon. Generally we don't consider neon since it is inert gas. So if you go from carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, the electronegativity increases. And fluorine, it has the highest electronegativity in the periodic table. But when you go in the group like nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth, it decreases. The period it increases, but in group it decreases. In order to understand the importance of this electronegativity, I am going to discuss 4 topics. The first one, aromatic electrophilic substitution. Generally, in this case, we use the term inductive effect. This inductive effect, it is mainly because of more electronegativity of atoms. The second one, formation of electrophilic and nucleophilic position. In molecule. Third one, acidity of acids and ketones, esters. So in this ketones, ester, nitromethane and nitrile, the alpha hydrogen is highly acidic. The reason is the electronegativity. The last one, leaving group tendency of halogens. I am not going for sulfonate. In sulfonate, the leaving group tendency is based on resonance. But when you go for halides, now it is
what
because
is the importance
of this electronegativity. Consider this chlorobenzene. Chlorine atom has more electronegativity compared to carbon. So because of that, the electron is pulled towards chlorine. So we get some positive charge on this carbon. Since there is more positive charge now, this bond pair can be pulled towards this carbon. Further, this may be pulled towards this. So that is known as inductive effect. From this itself, you can understand that the inductive effect will be more on this carbon compared to this. Further, it will be more on this carbon compared to this. Since it depends on the distance, so there will be more del plus compared to that there will be less del plus, compared to that it will be further less on this carbon. So this inductive effect depends on the distance where the electronegative atom is attached. So generally, if you go for fluorine, it has 3 lone pairs of electron. These lone pairs can involve in resonance to give like this. So we get minus charge on this carbon. At the same time, so this is resonance effect. The fluorine atom can pull the electron towards that. As a result, we may get some del plus on this as well as this. So initially we will get here, after that we will get more del plus here. Since we have del plus here and the electrophile it has positive charge, they cannot react. So when you attach fluorine, if there is inductive effect, this ortho position cannot be added to the electrophile. The earlier case, sorry, it is del plus, like this, sorry, the arrow is wrong. So there is del plus on the ortho position and minus on ortho position because of resonance and because of inductive effect. Now, whether this fluorine group is it ortho para-directing or meta-directing? According to this, it should be ortho para-directing. According to inductive effect, it should be meta-directing because this particular ortho and para position, there will be more positive charge. From the experiment, it is observed that the resonance effect dominates. Because of that, we get ortho and para substituted product. So this is abnormal behavior. Generally, fluorine atom, since it is more electronegative, it won't give its electron to involve in resonance. So because of that, this resonance structure, it is not that much easy. But still, from the experiment, whatever we have observed is, the electrophile adds to the ortho and para position when we have halogens. That means the resonance effect dominates than the inductive effect. Another importance of this electronegativity is formation of electrophilic and nucleophilic position. So basically it depends on the electronegativity of atoms. When you go for carbon-carbon atom, both atoms have same electronegativity. Because of that, this lone pair of electron will be in the middle. It is not polarized. So there is no charge on the carbon atom. But when I go for carbon and nitrogen, since nitrogen is more electronegative, the bond pair moves towards nitrogen. Because of that, we get del plus on carbon, del minus on nitrogen. Further, when you go for CO, oxygen is more electronegative than nitrogen. So we get like this. So the bond pair is moving close to oxygen. So we get del plus on carbon, del minus on oxygen. The same way, if you go for del F, fluorine is more electronegative compared to oxygen. It will be more close to fluorine. So we get del plus on carbon and del minus on fluorine. So because of this del plus and del minus, we get electrophile and nucleophile in a molecule. For example, I go for this aldehyde, acetaldehyde. Here we have oxygen and carbon bond. Since it is more electronegative, the bond pair electron is moving towards oxygen. So we get del minus on oxygen and del plus on carbon. The same way, if you go for CO, I go for epoxide, that will be a better substrate. This oxygen, it is more electronegative, so that becomes del minus, carbon becomes del plus. This also attached to oxygen, so this also gets del plus. Similarly, CN you can compare, and CXCCl. The bond pair is here, so we get minus and del plus. So basically, the electrophilic position and nucleophilic position, that is minus, is because of electronegativity. Even the acidity of this alpha hydrogen can be explained based on the electronegativity. For example, since oxygen is more electronegative, we get del minus on that and del plus here. Since there is del plus, there will be some del plus on this carbon also. Now, since there is del plus, this hydrogen can be easily removed by a base, so that this bond pair will fall on carbon to fulfill the charge. So what we get is C minus H, like this. Further, this electron may involve in resonance, that is different. But here I focus only on electronegativity. How the electronegativity of this CO increase the acidity of the alpha hydrogen. So you can compare other groups also. You can go for this. Because of more electronegativity of nitrogen, this alpha hydrogen becomes more acidic. Similarly, CH3CN ester, you can compare. Suppose if it is like this, more electronegative atom, it is directly attached to H plus. Then there will be more del plus on this and del minus on this. So it tries to pull the electrons from the hydrogen. So what we get is H plus and Cl minus. So the acidity of HCl and HF, HI, it is because of the more electronegativity of halogen atom. So even the acidity can be explained based on this. When you go for sulfonic acid and acetic acid, the acidity can be explained based on resonance. But when you go for halo acid, you can go for electronegativity. Because of that, the hydrogen, it becomes del plus. If the electronegativity is more, then we'll get H plus. I have one question. HF, HCl, HBr, HI. Which one will be highly acidic? Whether it is HF or HI. Generally, students think that since fluorine is more electronegative compared to iodine, this will be more del minus and this will be more del plus. So they will get separated to give the H plus. But that is wrong. Here not only the electronegativity, I also go for the size. Since it is very small in size, the force of attraction between fluorine atom and hydrogen atom will be more compared to HI. Iodine, it is very big. So the force of attraction between the nucleus of iodine and this hydrogen will be very less. So it can get easily dissociated, separated from I minus. So this is more acidic. The last one, it is leaving group tendency. I go for this compound. In protic solvent, this Cl goes as Cl minus to produce carbocation. So this is SN1 mechanism. So afterwards, this carbocation is attacked by nucleophile. Now the question is, why it goes as Cl minus? The reason is, it is because of higher electronegativity. Since electronegativity is more, it can hold the minus charge. Further, if you compare this fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Iodine has more leaving group tendency compared to fluorine. The reason is, since it is very big in size, the force of attraction between carbon and iodine nucleus, it will be less. So it tries to get separated easily. For that, the electronegativity also plays a role. I won't say it is only because of electronegativity. Even the substrate, this, whether it is primary carbocation, secondary carbocation, that also plays a role. But mainly it is because of the electronegativity.